Hi, I'm John and welcome back to my Lair of Action Figures. So today it's Sunday and like most of the Sundays when there's some news, I'm doing an episode of This Week in Action Figure News. I haven't done it lately due to the fact that Chinese New Year was around and not many people were releasing new stuff. But with the toy fair and everything coming out of the Chinese New Year, Howard waking up from his hangover needs money, so he's dishing out hot toys. So all of this is going to be talked in this episode 28 of This Week in Action Figures. So without further ado, let's jump in and start by the classified series line. So of course, if you're a fan of G.I. Joe and you follow my page on Facebook, you will know that these guys went up for pre-order. So this figure here, Dawn Moreno Snake Eyes, went up for pre-order a little bit before the other figures from that wave, due to the fact that there was a sign-in with Larry Hama. Don't think Hasbro did a good job on it, and well, again, this is a big issue with Hasbro, and I will be making a video about it. So this one, kind of pre-ordered it straight away because, by habit, but then I cancelled it, and I will be explaining it at the end of this wave why I'm doing it. Then afterwards, of course, Zartan, that went up also for pre-order on the 17th. And this one I did pre-order due to the fact that this is a Target exclusive. And the Target exclusive or Walmart exclusive are a lot harder for me to get, due to the fact that I cannot order from Target and I cannot order anymore from Walmart due to security reasons and not having a North American phone number that I can get text message to. So this one I pre-ordered. Then after this one, the Hydra Viper, I did not pre-order this one either. Cobra Overkill looks cool. Like I said, I did a full video if you want to check it out for more details, but didn't pre-order this one. Then this one over here, the Cobra La Royal Guard, I did order 6 of these from E Distribution, whose Entertainment Earth's wholesale accounts. And the reason I went with 6 of these is because I do like what Hasbro did with the Cobra La series, way better than what they did in 1987. That doesn't mean I'm more of a fan of it, but with growing older, and let's say the G.I. Joe movie is part of the G.I. Joe history of the Real American Hero line. So of course it does make sense that the moment I have built up my lair and I will have a shelf, well, of course Cobra La will have a feature with some of the other characters from the 1987 movie. Moving on to the Joes, so of course we have Sundown, Alexandro, Balam, Sundown, Luna, Mendoza. Did not pre-order him either. And of course, there's also Airtight, who was a fan favorite, and especially if you're a fan of the early years of G.I. Joe, this is a must-get figure. Now, I did not pre-order this one either. The reason why I didn't order any of these figures, it's because they're general release and I am bidding against Hasbro. I know this may seem strange coming from a collector, but the problem is we have seen lately a lot of the G.I. Joe stuff go on clearance and even going under my buying price that I get from EE Distribution. So me, as a shop, if I would still have a shop, the prices I'm getting would cost me cheaper to buy it from Amazon or from Walmart, or get people to go and pick up the figures for me at Walmart or Target at the clearance prices, because that's way lower than what I'm paying. Even if I cannot claim back the taxes, it still costs me less money. Now let's talk about some of the other G.I. Joes that went up for, not for now pre-order, but will be going up for pre-order. So this one, of course, is the Night Creeper DIRE Tech. You know, this is with, of course, the Ghost Viper, with the Crystal Ball. So, of course, this is going to be a Walmart exclusive, yes. And this one will be going up on pre-order on March 12th, 13th. So if you want to get it, it will also go on Hasbro Pulse. I'm not going to repeat it for every figure. And this one has a suggested retail price of $27.99. Then moving on, we have, of course, Zanya and the Dreadnought Chameleon, or if you prefer, the Swamp Skier. And this one should be going up for pre-order in May for $59.99. I have a little bit doubts about the prices, and also I was talking with somebody who told me that they were saying that these were already in the port, so they should be clearing depending on how fast the LA port clears out and they can get the merchandise in. This could ship out a bit earlier, but normally it's going to be May, and this is going to be a fan channel release. So of course you're going to be getting it from most of your favorite shops in North America, and for the rest of us in Europe, well, that's going to be Hasbro Pulse. So afterwards, we have these two next sets who are also going to be going up in July. And there is the suggested retail price from the information that I was able to gather from different sources tells me this is going to be $59.99. And then there's going to be another set who's going to be Professor Watclaw and Cobra Dino Nishush, or whatever how that is pronounced, and this one should be as the suggested retail price of $51.99. Now this one, I have a tendency of more believing that it could be $51.99, because if you take the Desert Scorpion, he was $46.99. And the one I have a bit of a doubt is Taurus and of course Red Dog for $59.99, because lately all the 2-pack figures were $62.99. So this is something that is a bit of concern. So I'm not going to be 100% affirmative that are going to be the final prices on Hasbro Pulse. Could be from the other channels or wherever these figures will be released, but of course stay tuned. I will have more news about it as soon as it's available. Then afterwards, of course, if you watch my video about the Toy Fair, you will know that there's a 2-pack over here with these two vehicles who should be put together, a bit like the 25th anniversary line. For now, no date for these and no prices. And of course, the Special Force guy has no information regarding when he's going to be coming out either. Now, continuing with Mezco, I don't normally publicize much about Mezco, except when there's something that can work for my collection. I will be talking about it. So, of course, you know I'm a sucker for the Punisher, and Mezco has revealed there's going to be a new Punisher. Now, of course, there was a Doctor Doom who was released not long time ago. I don't have any pictures on the computer, but when I saw it was going for $180, yeah, that's not for me. And if this one is going for also $180, well, sorry, Mezco, but that's going to be a pass for me, because not paying $200 for one of your figures, I don't think it's really worth it. So, sorry, guys, but it's going to be a pass if it's going to be so expensive. If it stays in the $100, I'm in. Otherwise, I'm out. Now, moving on to Howard and Hot Toys, needing some money. Here we go with the new figures. So Hot Toys announced 4 new figures. I did also a review this week about my thoughts about these figures, and I'm going to quickly go over it. And of course, we have Pelagostos Chief Jack Sparrow, who's a bit funny due to the fact that he was called Cannibal Jack before. And again, Hot Toys is missing a part about it. I guess they changed the name, so they didn't need to put a 2.0 behind it. So this is supposed to be a DX, but DX has no more meaning, because the separate rolling eyeballs were something that was specific only to the DX Hot Toys figures back in the day. Now it has nothing. And again, this figure has one big missing item, is the throne that should be fitting over here. They missed it out on the original figure that first was released a long time ago, and was one of the reasons I didn't keep it in my collection and just sold it. And yeah, easy pass for me. And again, $300, no throne. This is outpriced and should be, yeah, it's going to be an easy pass. Then we're going to go on to of course, the Eternal milking the Iron Man Figures, and this is another Iron Man Mark 43 2.0. So they did two different versions of it. So this is the regular version, who's going for $450. So I would like to say that's a lot of money to be dishing out for a figure. And yeah, I'm not going to be doing it. I have the 1.0, and if it's going to be like all the other Iron Mans, it's going to be standing straight, put in a vitrine. Of course, when we'll be building up my lair, I'll be talking about it more, but that's what's going to happen, because this definitely not going for it. I think it's a bit of a shame, but pretty expensive. And then, of course, they did the deluxe version, who is a lot more interesting due to the fact that it has an extra little sentry from Ultron, or an Ultron bot that they're fighting. So again, it's something that I would like to have multiple times if I'm going to do a diorama, especially this is supposed to be based in the center of Sokovia. So it would make sense to have a few of them to make a small diorama with Captain America, Thor, Vision, Scarlet Witch, and Hawkeye. No, Hawkeye was not battling it over there. He was in another part of the town as Black Widow was, and yeah, this would have made sense. Or you could recreate a scene where all of those two other individuals plus Hulk would be there smashing all of these figures up. Now, there's a huge difference of price. So, of course, it is a big figure. If you go and watch my thoughts about it and review about these figures, I do talk about it. The difference is this one costs $510. So, technically, your extra Ultron bot costs $60. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Now I would have preferred to have maybe a package, buy 3 of these and sell it maybe for $200, or maybe a bit lower. Let's put it $180 or maybe $150 to get all those figures. But let's say $180 would be a more logical part, where you have all these 3 figures boxed into one instead of getting it over here. And then we're moving to the last part of this week in action figure news, and this is going to be one of my favorite releases, and I guess this is going to be one of the best figures for 2026, even if it's not coming out in 2026. I believe this is going to be more 2027. So this is going to be Thor Artisan Edition. I hope I'll be able to get it. I think this figure looks amazing, looks fantastic, and I just cannot wait to get this figure. I love how the hair falls. Normally I'm not a fan of this, but this one works for me, and he looks amazing. And yeah, this one, cross my fingers again, like I said, I hope I get it. Now for the price of this figure, it would have been nice if you followed the rule, Hot Toys. Avenger Age of Ultron could have thrown in a little bot. I mean, if you're going to pay $500 for a figure like this, I mean, you could pay $550 and get this extra figure. That would have been nice to have it as a little add-on, and kind of makes it interesting for the people who want to build up a scene from Age of Ultron. Would have made it interesting. So let me know what you think. Did you go and pre-order your G.I. Joes, or are you going to be like me, bidding against Hasbro and hoping that all those figures will be going in clearance and picking them up at a later date? What do you think about Mezco? What do you think also about the new Hot Toy figures? Do you agree with my assessment on it? Do you not? Let me know in the comment section, and let's start a conversation around our passion and hobby. So that's going to be it for episode 28 of This Week in Action Figure News. If you like this kind of video, please leave a like, share, comment. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section. Also, if you want to go and check out more news, pictures, and everything else, you can follow the links in the description. I have a Facebook page where I do post up a lot of stuff on, if you want to go and have a look. And I do have Instagram and X, but I don't think X is linked. I don't really care about it. To put it out there. And of course, Instagram, well, I post from time to time. Not much of a fan of it. I think Facebook is a lot easier to put up the images compared to Instagram. So, If you're watching this on Sunday, I wish you have a fantastic Sunday, and if you're watching it on another day of the week, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!